Welcome. Trying to get this. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Just setting things up right now. Boing, 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 boing. All right. Raw food retreat starts in tomorrow. Just tomorrow. There's a bunch of people here right now. Hello from Oakland. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know I was supposed to do a hangout yesterday, but I was so busy with the retreat going on here. Retreat starts tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. Just was talking to a bunch of people tonight outside by dinner. It officially starts tomorrow, the raw food retreat. The next hangout will probably be not until January 2nd because of the retreat. Unless we do a retreat hangout, we'll see what happens. So maybe we'll do one Tuesday night. We'll see. I don't even know what the schedule looks like. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Retreat starts. And let's take a look at these questions. If you have any questions, you could ask them here on Facebook or go to news.therawfoodworld.com/live. You can ask them there too. What's up, Peggy? Okay, I also have a bunch of questions from last week. Wonder if I can make the font bigger because it's so far away from me. Zoom. Zoom. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Right now, we also have our 17.5% off coupon code, Holiday18. What's up, Cindy? That's going on right now at therawfoodworld.com, 17.5%. We just restocked up on Living Libations products. So that's if you could get it at a really good deal, 17.5% off. Can't find Living Libations at that pricing, and we have all the products in stock right now. And what else we got going on? Organosilicas I cost, CBD oils I cost, reishi spore oils I cost, and excuse me. I don't like cats' butts in my face, especially when I'm talking to a bunch of people. Excuse me, get a little Simba. Anyways, moving along. Do you use aloe internally? What are your thoughts about aloe? I personally don't use it much, but we have some on the land here. Simba. He's going after my hair tie. I just took this off. He eats hair ties, and I don't understand why. Why do you eat hair ties? Okay, good boy. Good boy. Just sit right there, okay? I shouldn't be doing that right now because then you're not going to leave me alone. Okay. Okay. So we got lots of people with questions. Hey, Matt, I might have missed your reply to my question about therapeutic frequencies. Any thoughts? I don't know what you mean by therapeutic frequencies. Like a Rife machine? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know. How about minerals? Minerals are critical. It's very difficult to get minerals in today's day and age. There's no RDA on minerals. That's why I like Kinky Central, which is actually at cost right now, which is we're not even allowed to do that. Simba. Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels, everybody. Okay, look, dude. I love you, but not right now. Okay. So we have this product, Kinky Central, or a ketone. Actually, this is a brand box I just read. My box is about to run out. Right here. This is the ideal mineral supplement. You buy one of these. You want to either get the ketone hypertonic or the Kinky Central 3.3. They're exactly the same thing. And you get 30 glass vials, one per day if you want. And you literally open it. It says all the minerals the human body needs. It says filtered raw unheated ocean minerals. That's not literally what it is. It's very clean. I've gotten the lab results of all nucleotides. It's filtered, which converts all the inorganic minerals to organic minerals through zooplankton. They feed off of marine phytoplankton, and then the zooplankton eat the marine phytoplankton. They secrete this saline solution, and it converts it almost into, if you look under a microscope, it almost looks like the human blood molecule. And Renee Ketone developed this in 1913 to help people with hydration, mineral deficiencies, helps heal people. The ocean has all the minerals the human body needs. It's cleaned through the zooplankton in laboratories, and it's all organic, which makes the minerals very small. It helps like shoot them right into the cell. They're like way more bioavailable than any other mineral supplement on the market. This is the way to go. Oh, I have CBD oil, 5,000 milligrams. How do you recommend taking it? I have one here too. It depends what you're trying to accomplish. Simba's in the house. Yes, he is. Depends what you want to do. If you want to like prove the potency of how powerful our CBD oil is with a 5,000 milligram bottle, you might want to take an entire dropper full. On camera, I did a few of them at a hangout once, and it was definitely an experience. I don't know if I would do it again, especially not right now. But oh, here's my Kinky Central. CBD oil is biphasic, meaning if you take a lot, it helps you sleep. And if you take a little bit, it gives you focus. If you're trying just to get focus, you just need a few drops, because 3 drops of the 5,000 milligram bottle, do you realize how many drops that is of the 250 milligram bottle? How many times does 250 go into 5,000? 20 times. So it's like taking 3 drops is taking 60 drops of our 250 milligram bottle. So you could literally just take 1 drop of the 5,000 milligram bottle, and that's like getting 20 drops of our 250 milligram bottle. For people who have cancer, look, I'm not making any claims or anything like that. Talk to a healthcare practitioner before making any changes. There have just been clinical studies showing that it helps apoptosize cancer cells. It activates receptors in cancer cells, which actually kills the cancer cell in petri dishes. So with someone with cancer, you might want to take a higher dosage. You want to talk to a doctor before making any changes, but it depends what you're trying to accomplish here. There have been people who have taken a quarter dropper full of the 250 milligram bottle. And Simba, come on. You might want to take a 250 milligram bottle. Like, people have gotten rid of pain with the 250 milligram bottle. So it depends what you're trying to accomplish. Taking 1 to 2 drops a day just for the health benefits. Yeah, absolutely. Am I getting sleepy now? Can you fast on minerals, or bad idea? I'm not a big fasting person. Going on a raw food diet is like going on a fast. Fasting is just eliminating everything from your intake, but minerals is what you want to do. It's fine, you can do that. It's like fasting from everything. So what happens is, like the coffee drinker, you fast from coffee, you go through withdrawals. Going on a water fast with minerals, you're eliminating everything from your diet but minerals. You're going to go through withdrawals of everything. You go through detox of anything. There's no need to go so extreme. I mean, if you want to do it for spiritual purposes, that's one thing. But a raw food diet is a fast. You're eliminating refined sugars, processed starches. You could just do that for 2 weeks. That's what a bunch of people are about to do at this raw food retreat for the next 2 weeks. They're coming out here. We're going to give them enema bags, 4-quart enema bags. They don't even know this yet. As much juices as they want in a raw food diet. They're going to cleanse like crazy. There's this woman here. I was just talking to her. She has had hot flashes for 10 years. She has some other issues. I'm like looking at her, excited for her. I don't want to like get it, like say anything, but I'm excited for her because I know she's about to go through some major healing over the next 14, 15 days. She actually got here a few days early, so she's jump started with the raw foods already. I kind of wanted to like give her an enema bag immediately, but I didn't want to freak her out. I do it in a talk, and it's done in a gentle way, and people could choose, and everybody always chooses. But she's about to go. I think she's gonna be completely healed by the end of this retreat. She has some other issues, inflammation and things like that. I think everything's going to subside. So the point is, you can do like a 2-week fast and you get off and you go back to your old ways. That's fine. I mean, you get like a little kickstart jump. But the best fast that I personally think there is, you don't need to, is to like make permanent improvements in your diet. That's money in the bank. That's health insurance. That's like eliminate refined sugars, eliminate processed starches, eliminate trans fatty acids, or lower their intake and get to the point where you eliminate them completely. Fasting from those things for life is like the best fast you can do. Permanent improvements in your diet for life is the best thing you can do. And if you don't want to eliminate these things because you go out with your friends and you have social issues and stuff like this, you can do this also when you're on your own. Like you can, like, you're not going to be with your friends for every meal. If you do 3 meals a day, 7 times a week, that's 21 meals per week. So let's say 5 days of the week you go to work and you have lunch with friends. That's 5 days a week. You're at dinner, you go to dinner with friends maybe 3 times. That's 8 out of 21 days where you have social issues with your friends. So then when you're all by yourself, on the other 13 days, if my math is even right, you can start eating healthy. That's a permanent improvement. That's the best fast you can do. You're replacing Fruit Loops for scrambled eggs with avocado and raw goat's cheese. That's like a huge improvement. And it seems way more healthy, way more satiating, probably eat less. And then instead of eating McDonald's burgers or a hamburger in the evening on bread, you're putting animal protein in a salad or something in the evening when you're not with your friends. And then you just stick with these permanent improvements on an ongoing basis. This is easy. You don't have to be on a raw food diet to be healthy. I've been raw for 20 years and I plan to stay that way. But for people who just want to do a cooked whole foods diet, we've got to make permanent improvements like this per every week consistently. And that is the best fast you can do right there. It doesn't stop. It doesn't. Anyways. Okay, so moving along. And again, you guys, you don't want to be raw. Last week, we talked about all of my psychological issues from doing a 100% raw food diet. The reason why I do it is for the spiritual aspects. You know, there's like, I have more focus. I feel like I'm really clean on a cellular level, which enables me to experience vibration a little bit more. It feels really good. I'm addicted to the high. That's why I do it. But I've got all these psychological issues at the same time, resulting from eating only raw food for 20 years. There's a lot of benefits when I do something like this. I've got like a major focus. I have complete 100%. I'm an extremist. I have 100% complete control on what I put in my mouth. I don't have any issue. Like I could literally have 20 people around me eating whatever they want and trying to tempt me. I just have complete control. It's like a gift I have. But then on the flip side, I've got a lot of mental issues that I've got to like seriously work through. Like last week, I was telling you about a friend, like overlapping meals, for example. That's not something that, like, as soon as something like that happened, I start to freak out, like, and my mental health is just, it starts to, here's another example. Simba. Okay, so my friends, I have some friends here that are, we went to dinner the other night here in town, and I've gone to this restaurant many times, and I always order guacamole with a salad, and I have to tell them exactly the way I want it because I don't want their dressing, and I don't want all these other things. So there's like, you know, there's like 7 people watching me order, and I gotta like say all these things in front of everybody. And I'm so used to it. I mean, it's a little embarrassing. It's like part of the deal of being a raw food eater. You gotta do things like this. So my friends were like, oh my goodness, Matt, I'm so impressed with you. You're actually eating this time. I'm like, yeah, I've opened my horizons. I just eat the raw food here. It's fine, no big deal. And then all of a sudden I realized, I forgot to make sure they're using good salt in the guacamole. And then all of a sudden my OCD tendencies kick in, and I'm like trying to keep it cool with all of my friends that are with me at this dinner. And then all of a sudden I start to perspire a little bit. And I start to shake and freak out. I'm like, oh man, what do I do? What do I do? They're probably already making the, I'll make it. I've already looked like a crazy guy talking about exactly how I want my salads. I'm not going to interrupt these people and say, hey, make sure you use good salt, because I've already looked like crazy enough. And I'm sitting there like, oh man, I could do this. Okay, I'm supposed to be spiritual, right? Yeah, whatever. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I can do whatever. And I'm like, this OCD thing kicks in. See, there's benefits, and then there's like this manic wacko in my head. And then all of a sudden, my three guacamoles come, and they're like huge. Like, why are they huge this time and last time they weren't? And so everybody's taking pictures of me with this freaking guacamole, and I'm embarrassed. And then all of a sudden a huge salad comes. I'm like, you know what, you can cancel the salad. I don't need that. This is a lot of food. They bring out the salad. It's huge with like 20 slices of avocado. Why are there 20 slices of avocado this time, but the last 10 times there was like no avocado? Whatever. So here I am eating this really, really salty guacamole. And I have no idea what kind of salt is in there. And my mind is going crazy. I'm like, you know what? I know if I don't stop freaking out right now, that it's going to end up in a result on my health, because it might even be good salt. But anyways, it ended up that night I had a sore throat, and I still don't know if they use good salt or not. And I'm just trying to be transparent here with what can happen if you are an extremist and go on a 100% raw food diet. And so here I am like, dang, the retreat starts in 2 weeks. I've got this sore throat. I didn't ask them just because all this madness because I didn't tell them to not put salt in the guacamole. Okay. Anyways, we should get back to this hangout. So the point of all this is you don't need to go 100% raw to be healthy. There's benefits. The only reason I do it is because I'm addicted to being high, naturally. And you don't necessarily need to do that. You could be but then there's this other aspect where it's not healthy. So I'm an extremist. I need to learn how to balance out. And I'm saying like a cooked whole foods diet is very beneficial. And you don't necessarily need to do this. But since this was about 4 days ago, my sore throat has subsided, and it might have been created by my madness, and the salt was probably even fine. Anyways, moving along. Therapeutic Frequencies. There's a disc called this that uses Tesla science. It bills itself as an antenna for bad EMF. Sounds good. Okay. Did Ketone go up in price? It shouldn't have. On our website, it's at cost right now till the end of the year at the Ketone and Kinky Central. Right now is like the ideal time to get it. We're not even allowed to sell it what we're selling it at. And you can use the 17.5% off coupon. Now's the best time of the year to order, guys. We have crazy amounts of back-cost specials, Reishi Spore products, CBD oil, organosilica, our new, last week I told you, the black maca cinnamon almond butter with a dash of lucuma. People wanted that gem one, but we decided to get rid of it. We created something better. It is available right now. Right now. Right now. Now. Anyways. Oh. Okay, so here we go, moving along. Can you recommend a good water distiller? Which one do you have? I used to use the Waterwise 4000. You can get it on Amazon. Wish I was there, Jacqueline Bell. We're doing 4 raw food retreats per year. We canceled March. June is the next retreat, and it's the only retreat we're doing San Pedro for the next year. So June is going to book out quick, I'm sure. We're not doing San Pedro this event. This we're only doing it once a year, every June retreat. So June is the best retreat to come to this next year if you're interested in that type of thing. I would sign up for the June retreat. Go to the rawfoodworldretreat.com. Someone says too cold for 100% raw. Just wear more clothes. Reintroducing animal fats after raw vegan diet healed me. It fueled my brain. I felt it. Do colonics flush out many good bacteria? It's not something that you want to do on an ongoing basis, the colonics. I mean, here and there, if you want to do it. I mean, I used to be addicted to it. It's like when you brush your teeth, your bacteria proliferates hundreds of thousands, billions of them, or trillions, I don't know, very rapidly. I mean, what's up, Joe? Dude, look, Simba, you're purring down there. Okay. Your honesty is refreshing. Hi, Matt, you are looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Hello from Cornell Spring. Oh my, okay. Your transparency is very inspiring, Matt. Okay, I have the same issues with OCD and food when I went raw. Everything I ate was under extreme scrutiny. Yeah, if you want to hear about my OCD tendencies from last hangout, that also happened. I was at dinner with a friend, and they were trying to convince me I was just going to not eat. I was just going to drink something and eat later, and they were telling me I've got this OCD tendency. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, this raw vegan pizza. I'm like, okay, I'll take a bite, even though I didn't know I didn't want to take a bite, because I was going to eat later. And so I took a bite. Like, okay, all right, there you go. I took the bite of pizza. See, I have no problem eating the pizza. I tell them, I'm sitting there like, start drinking my thing, and then all of a sudden, perspiration comes in again. The OCD tendency comes in again. I start sweating. I'm like, oh man, I can't overlap meals. That messes up my digestive system. It was just one bite, Matt. Don't freak out. But I want to eat later. I got my new coconut wraps. I'm so excited to have this burrito guacamole thing that I was going to have. And I'm sitting there like, dude, I'm a mess. Okay. Okay, hair loss. Any thoughts for women? This is like a big thing that we've been talking about lately. We have a hair loss kit on our website. You can get 17.5% off of it right now. We've actually gotten a few testimonials from that hair loss kit that have been incredible. Organosilica, silica is a major nutrient needed for hair growth. We have crazy amounts of testimonials for that. So even that alone would be good. So you might want to try that. Come to the retreat, Cindy. So these certain nutrients are critical. I have a video. Just go to our YouTube website and type in hair loss, and we talk about all the nutrients that are required, all of the hormonal imbalances, things that you can do. We have the DIM product that is really good for suppressing the enzyme that creates the testosterone, that creates alopecia and male pattern baldness. This can actually suppress that enzyme from converting. And that's part of the hair loss kit. I love sandwiches, but not eating all the bread. Ordered your coconut wraps, and oh my, they are delicious. Seriously, when I went to California, I had a stack. I brought a stack back this big. I stopped eating them because Oriya, my daughter, loves them so much that we're gonna run out by the time I could get more out here. I seriously have 200 of them coming. She literally has now gone to the point where she opens them without making wraps and just eats. She's like, I'm on the phone. She's like, can you open this, Dada? I open it. And then she eats the whole thing. And then she comes back, can you open this one? Like I opened 3 of them. She's eating, and if I were to eat, I eat 2 packets a day or 1.5. We'd be going through 5 of these a day. That's like 5 times, that's 150 per month. That's just like ridiculous. Anyways, these are at cost right now at ridiculous pricing on our website. I'll show you what they are. They're so good. They're so soft and chewy. I literally this morning spread almond butter on it, cashew cheese, and throw massive strawberries in there, and then I wrap it up, and then you just eat it. And it's just so chewy and yummy. They have a cinnamon one, so it's like more decadent. So I live off of these, and then at night I'll put avocado, tomato, dulse, onion, wrap that up, and just eat. That's all I do. But I can't do it anymore because Orion just eats them straight. Anyways, I can't wait till more gets here. The cinnamon is ridiculous for the morning ones, and then the turmeric or the regular or any of them for the evening are good. Okay. May have asked you, and literally 5 wraps in one package. If you were to use a 17.5% coupon code, get the variety pack where you get one of each. I think you get each package for $3.82 now. That's just stupid of me to do. But the coupon, this whatever. But anyways, in the health food store, they're like $12. People have ordered I've seen someone order 50 variety packs. That's 200 of them. We're probably gonna run out by the end of the year. But the price is gonna go up. It's not. They're going to be $7.99 by the time the sale's over, while supplies last. The price that they gave us was like a one-time deal. Okay, but we could do them at cost again, probably just not this low. Oops. What supplements or herbs are good for your lungs? The noni powder is really good for the lungs, and the reishi spore products. Everybody, Simba's bum. Simba, come on, dude. I know. See? Okay. Hello from Australia. Good to see you, Sophia. When's the retreat? The retreat starts tomorrow night. There's one person arriving Friday. Sometimes that happens. 15 people arrive tomorrow. This retreat sold out with over like 36 people. And then something weird happened this time. All these cancellations happened at the last second, and it's down to 23. This is the most intimate retreat we've ever had. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I was just surprised. And then we had all these people, announced the cancellations, and we had all these people retaking their spaces. And then those didn't work out for some reason. It was just, I think it's just meant to be or something, this retreat, just to be an intimate 23 group person retreat. So yeah, it was like the plane tickets didn't work out for the people that were taking over the spots. I don't know. But anyways, we canceled March retreat. The June retreat's gonna be huge. This is the only retreat of the year where we're doing San Pedro. It's gonna sell out. I'm assuming there's gonna be over 30 people, 30 to 42 people is my guess. Probably like 35, 36, 33, 32. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's the retreat to come to, the next one, June. You could either go to the rawfoodworld.com and go to the Vilka Bomber retreat thing category, or go to the rawfoodworldretreat.com. All right. Speaking of hairs, yours looks better actually. It's because I just got out of the shower and it's wet. I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. Hi, my 21-year son gets crankers often and was wondering what he could help to get rid of them. I don't know what crankers are. You mean like a kinker sore? He eats a regular diet. I know I changed his diet. It would help in adding a certain something, get rid of them. What is a cranker? You mean kinker sore or what? Let me know. Okay, we're going to this page now, everybody. Oh, lots of comments. Okay. Orthorexia is common with extreme diets. It's what brings a lot of us to the extreme. I had to strike balance and to get extremes in order to heal emotionally. Also, hair loss for women is often due to estrogen dominance conditions of balancing hormones. Okay, cool. What are your thoughts on whole grains? Okay, so yeah, I'm not saying the raw food diet is the best. I never said it was. I am strictly on a raw food diet because I'm addicted to being high. I guess you could consider me as having orthorexia, whatever you want to call it. I know I've got a lot of issues, OCD tendencies. It's not the healthiest thing on that level, but there are some major benefits that I feel really good, even though I mean, it is a benefit. I don't overlap meals on some level. I'm just insane about it all. My system works really well. A lot of the time I don't have gas. And I have lots of energy. I go running, I lift weights, I have crazy amounts of energy. How did you do that? No, that's my hair tie, dude. He eats them. He seriously eats them. We found him in his poo. He probably has like 10 of these in his stomach. Okay. Okay, what are my thoughts on whole grains? I talk about this all the time. Simba, come on, boy. What are your thoughts on whole grains? Okay, so let me read the rest of this. I am mostly raw, but do eat cooked plant-based on occasion. What grains do you recommend, and which should we stay away from? Okay, so it depends how ideal you want to be and what your belief system is on a lot of things. Now, if you were to take, so you're eating cooked foods. Many people, like when I talk about health and stuff like this, they're like, oh, I'm good, I'm a vegetarian or vegan. I haven't eaten animal protein in a decade or any animal products. That's fine, okay? That's great, I'm happy for you. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and it's a good thing. And from a moral standpoint, I'm sure that's good. But you have to understand there are certain animal products such as eggs and goat's milk products and cheeses and stuff like this that don't harm animals. If you buy it from the right people and they're healthy and stuff like this. When you eat animal products from a scientific standpoint are not damaging to the human body. They're a whole food. They're part of many whole foods diets, such as the Maker's diet, the paleo diet, and many other diets out there, and they all succeed. People have even healed from diseases with eating moderate amounts of animal protein. I know people are, what about the China study? Yeah, I get it. You can freaking look up, and you can look up grains on the internet, and you're gonna see both sides of everything. Anyone can take any clinical study to, back up their claims or whatever. There's fights on everything. Raw food diet, is that good? You're gonna hear the same thing. Vegan diet, is that good? You gotta look back and forth. Everyone's fighting everybody. There's no right, whatever. There's no going anywhere with that. But anyways, if we just look at it from a scientific standpoint, what's better? What's better on a whole foods diet? Grains are part of a whole foods diet, and so is animal products. The main thing is to do a whole foods diet. You eliminate all the refined sugar, processed starches, trans fatty acids. These are the things that cause disease. It's not about what you eat, it's more about what you don't eat. It's ever since we started processing foods like this 200 years ago to where all disease has gone rampant. So it's more important what you don't eat. So yes, the whole grains are generally good, preferably no gluten in them. However, my standpoint is if you take animal products, or if you take protein and you break it down in the human body, you eat it breaks down into amino acids, which rebuilds collagen, it rebuilds the human body, tissue growth, all these different things. You eat fat, you break that down, it turns into fatty esters. It's fatty acids. It helps the brain. It helps give you energy in a healthy way. You take starch or grains and it breaks down, yes, you get some vitamins and minerals on some level, but you break that down, what do you get? You get starch and glucose, fiber and glucose. That doesn't rebuild the body, it doesn't support the brain, it gives you energy, it's a fuel source. Now, one of the benefits of grains and all of these different things is it satiates you. You don't have to, many people, they want to go on a ketogenic diet. They're not used to that empty stomach, filling stomach and the feeling because they're usually eating processed foods, Ben & Jerry's ice cream, things like this. So they eat crazy amounts of animal products. That's not good either. But if you can eat, so this is where me personally, the ideal diet, me personally, I feel I don't do it. Because I told you I'm addicted to being high on naturally. It's like fasting all the time, being on a raw food diet. I've been doing it for 20 years. The ideal diet would be mainly raw, and then adding certain animal products, eggs and goat's milk products. My kids are on this diet. They don't eat goat's milk products, but they just eat the eggs. And they only eat the egg yolks, and it's not raw. We cook it for them. So this is like, animals aren't harmed with eggs and dairy that is healthy, like the raw goat's milk products. This is a very healthy diet. You're not hurting animals. And then it's very nourishing. You rebuild tissue. You rebuild the body. Grains gives you gives you fullness and satiates you. But how does it rebuild the body? It's not really. I'm just saying, if it was me, and you need that's the satiation aspect, it'd be raw food, and then like a good breakfast would be eggs with avocado and maybe goat's cheese if you need a big meal, versus like Fruit Loops or whatever you're gonna eat. So grains are good. A baked potato is on a cooked whole foods diet. Brown rice is on a cooked whole foods diet. But if you want to take a cooked whole foods diet to the next level, you eliminate all the starches, from my standpoint. However, if you're gonna overdo, like you need 20 eggs in a day, or go and have crazy amounts of fish, chicken, fish, and turkey are on a whole foods diet. But if you're gonna eat crazy amounts of animal products, that's not good either. So maybe the grains, baked potato, and all these things can balance you out to where you're satiated, to where you don't overdo this. But if you can actually handle a raw food diet, and not overdo the animal products that I'm talking about, then that's like ideal from my standpoint. You don't want to, if you're doing a whole foods diet, there's only one food combining rule. You don't want to mix starch with animal products. You either do the salad with the animal products, or you do the salad with the starches. It's like you don't want to mix the two together, because that's a fermentation disaster. That's kind of like pretty nasty. So that's what I feel about grains. And the grains I recommend to stay away from are the ones with gluten. Hey, Crystal, why is the live chat disabled on YouTube? I don't know how to even like do that. Okay, because it's just best for us to do here. Do you have the cost per couple retreat listed online? Yes, go to the rawfoodworld.com. There's also oh, you got it already. I think it's like $36.95 for a couple. So it's like half of that for each person. It's a crazy deal. What do you think about Nadine Artemis's diet? Nadine Artemis is the creator of Living Libations. She's been into the raw food industry for a very long time. I don't really know what her diet is. Let's read more. She was a raw vegan for so long, yes. And when she was pregnant, she felt she missed some foods to feel better. Raw dairy and organ meats. What do you think about that? Yes, I think it's very smart for a woman. I mean, if a woman is adapted into a 100% raw food diet, and they can handle it, I mean, all better to you. But me personally, you need crazy amounts of supplements then, because the baby's brain and body is growing within you. You need DHA and EPA in a major way, because if you're not getting enough of that, it's going to take it from the mother's brain. And that's where the pregnancy brain comes in, that foggy brain when you're pregnant. So my recommendation is, I think it's very smart what Nadine is doing. I'm not an expert on organ meats, or I'm sure she is though. Raw dairy, it seems like good. As long as she's not overdoing those things, then we're good. I knew one person who was into the raw vegan diet lifestyle, and then they went into this realm, and they ate crazy amounts of, they went from vegetable juices to drinking crazy amounts of raw dairy. You could like smell it on them. It was just like, it was too much. People go from extreme, like these extremists are like, just kidding. So yeah. Okay, hi Matt, I have a question about lecithin. Which do you say is the best? Rapeseed, soy, or sunflower seed, and why? Tell us more, please. Okay, so the beauty about lecithin, well, I mean, there's many beauties about it, but the people in the raw food industry like it because it acts as a thickener in recipes and stuff like that. But there's one critical nutrient in lecithin, which is choline. And this is actually critical for brain health. And this is good for actually pregnant mothers to take because choline will help build the brain of their child. And for breastfeeding mothers, it's one of those critical nutrients. So me personally, I'm a fan of soy lecithin. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not a big fan of the Health Force Nutritionals products, but they do have a really good soy lecithin, which we do carry on our website. And that's what I would recommend. So yeah, the sunflower seed lecithin tastes interesting. It's all about which has the most amount of choline in it. I don't know the answer to that. I've never even heard of rapeseed lecithin before. So I just know soy lecithin has a good amount of choline. So that's what you'd probably want to look at. Okay, let's come back to Facebook here, see what kind of questions we got. Blisters in the mouth. Oh, yeah. Not crink, yes. So is it like a cold sore? That's like a virus. What's your favorite food ever? Probably durian. Figs. I like figs, but when I went to California just recently, when I went to the warehouse, I ate way too many. I was using these coconut wraps that we were talking about just earlier in this thing, and I would like pour almond butter, cashew cheese in there, and I would like take massive amounts of figs and eat them daily. I had to stop, just, you know, especially because I'm not home, I don't have easy access to the bathroom, too much information. See, this is what happens. I'm an extremist. I do crazy things like this. But the result was it was like a very cleansing thing. Afterwards, I felt really good, and then I would be like, let's do it again. And I would suffer for many days, and then I felt really good. I'm like, okay, let's stop. That's my problem. Okay, still too much information. Okay. My daughter is completely vaccine-free and eats a vegan diet. She is 2 years old. Doctor said she is B12 deficient and will die if not vaccinated. Oh, die. Dude, don't you just love doctors? Sigh. I heard to just up the vitamin C, keep immune system strong. What do you recommend? Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fan of, you know, I mean, me personally, I'm not a fan of vaccines. But I'm not recommending anything. You have to talk to a professional about this type of thing. Okay, so this whole canker thing in the mouth, it sounds like a virus. That's like something that's kind of stuck there. It's like, it's more about how do you keep it from coming? Is there something you can put on topical that will help take it away? Stuff like that. And diet, of course, is the most important aspect on all levels. Can you give a couple ideas to get minerals in your water if you use bottled water? Yes, this is the best right here. Kinky Central, it's probably 15,000 times more absorbable and bioavailable compared to any other mineral supplement on the market because it's organic minerals. They're very, very tiny and they like shoot right into the cell like a rocket. It's like transformed into organic minerals through zooplankton. They consume the ocean water and secrete a saline solution, which they put right in here. You just, seriously, you can take one of these, put a third of it in your water, like in a gallon, and then there you go, you're good. And then you can use the other 2/3 later. My recommendation is Kinky Central 3.3 or Ketone Hypertonic. They also have, and we also carry the other kind. It's just diluted. It's Kinky Central 0.9 and Kinky Central Ketone Isotonic. It's just diluted by it's not, it's 3 times less strong than this. So it's like 0.9 versus 3.3. It's good for children, maybe. My daughter ate this for the first time. It was pretty, she said she needed the minerals or something. But you could just take 1/3 of it. I think the others are a waste of money on some level, but if you're just like taking a full shot and going to the next one, but it's the same price. It's like, I would just get this stuff. On the gums in the mouth, cankers. Okay, so is he drinking a lot of lemon, apple cider vinegar? There's like, if you're, lots of bananas can do that. It's like you gotta stop what you're doing, and then there's probably something he's intaking on an ongoing basis that he's gotta stop doing. Maybe too much refined sugar, too much candy. You gotta figure that out and like eliminate it. It's generally, it's not what you can take to heal something. It's more, what can you eliminate to heal something? You're constipated, what can you eliminate to heal something? Gotta eliminate. Do a juice fast for 2 days. Everything's just like, go back into boom. You've eliminated everything. And then your body's hungry, and then it will work better because it's got to rest. And then you put back what is causing the problem, you'll probably work better for a little bit. But then it will start having an issue again. You can play this 2-day juice fasting thing on and on, or you can try to figure out what the cause is and eliminate it. You gotta like dissect it. You gotta do tests. Okay, we're gonna eliminate this from our diet for 2 weeks. Do I still have the issue? If you still have the issue, then you can put that back in and take something else out. Like, that's what we do. It's what you don't eat that heals us. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Oh, here's some questions from last week that I didn't get to. Okay. Okay, good morning. What product does Raw Food World carry as a rice alternative? Thank you. We have kelp noodles, that can help. Just have brown rice if you want to have rice. Alessandra, after taking CBD oil, I think I can see better. Is that even possible? Did we say that last week? I think anything's possible. When you take CBD oil, there's like 10 different types of receptors in the human body that can become activated. So positive things can happen. I personally like to take small doses daily just to like to create these chemical reactions in the human body. If I want to sleep, I'll take a higher dosage. Okay, this is interesting. Hi, dear brother in love and happiness and beauty. At first, when I watched you, I thought you were a jerk. Then I realized that you, a life idols that is helping me to live. Thank you for all your beautiful work. I don't think your first language is English. I kind of understood the coding behind that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, maybe in the, okay, I won't comment on the jerk aspect. I do my best. Okay. Okay. How is it that the oldest person alive ate like raw eggs, smoked, and all of that? Okay, first off, I'm the raw food guy. That doesn't mean I'm going to say the raw food diet's the best. I've already stated that I do it because I'm addicted to being high on naturally on some level. Crazy amounts of focus. You're cleansed out on a cellular level. There's like you can feel some sort of more vibration. It feels really good. Anyways, so I'm not saying that's the best. I'm not saying that I'm going to live long. I do think I'm going to live really long though, but it's not based on what I eat. So maybe he smoked, how much did he smoke? Maybe he smoked something really natural. Like maybe he took really he took tobacco and rolled it up in rolling paper without the other junk that many other people do. Maybe he just did this one time a day. Raw eggs maybe aren't necessarily is a whole food. You know what I mean? Maybe he walked every single day. Maybe so many different things. There's many scriptures out there that state, you know, like, because the Creator said this, he gifted him a long life. So maybe he's a good person. Like, that's the #1 longevity secret right there. But anyways, and that's what I'm hanging on to. Like, this whole diet thing, like, probably fall apart without that. Anyways. What is a good juice blend for clearing skin and revitalizing texture too? I've got 4 kids and would prefer they eat juice for vibrant skin, but hormones are kicking. Thanks. Okay, so what I would do is you want to make it taste good. Okay, #1, the best beauty secret is these juices. Yes, it is. Let's create a beauty elixir right now for everybody. That's what we'll end this on, a beauty elixir. But the best beauty secret, even beyond juices, is to eliminate the crap from our diets, refined sugars, processed starches, and dairy. You're gonna start feeling better, you're gonna have more focus. You might end up a little loony like me with some OCD tendencies, but you're gonna be very healthy and beautiful. You don't, I mean, if you go extreme, that's why we talk about the whole foods diet. You won't end up with as many issues as I do, who went super extreme on the raw food diet. So what you want to do, let's talk about the ideal vegetable juice. What we can do here is trick. Maybe that's not the best way to do this, but we're creating a drink that's pure liquid, micronutrients. There's macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients is like avocado. If you're on a whole foods diet, it's baked potato, stuff that gives us our sustenance, our energy. But micronutrients are things like vegetable juices, which is vitamins and minerals, and Kinky Central. Vitamins and minerals in their most smallest form, it gets absorbed very rapidly, and this rebuilds the human body. It rebuilds and regenerates the human body. It makes your skin look like that, like when people improve their diets really well and they're on green juices, they have that like that skin that just looks really good. It's like improved, eliminate the crap, and then drink vegetable juices 2 times a day, 16 ounces twice a day. Your hair is gonna grow longer, faster, your nails are gonna be less brittle, your skin is gonna look good, you're gonna be beautiful. That's the best beauty secret right there. And if you're backed up, either do a juice fast. If you're getting sick, you have a runny nose from the withdrawals or something, you have to get through that. A cheat is doing an enema or colonic. You don't want to get addicted to it like I did. I haven't done them in 2 years. I've cleansed my body out. I don't need that anymore. But it just helps the process. This is like the beauty arena. This is like cheating the process. And so let's talk about the ideal juice, and we could talk about for kids and for grown-ups and everything like that. Let me get this Okay. This should be fun. Wait. All right. So what we have here, let's get a glass, is a scientific experiment. We've got wild green juice, straight celery juice, which will give you crazy amounts of sodium, straight carrot juice, and straight cucumber juice. I can just see the cat coming in while I'm doing my experimentation. We've got organosilica. Okay, look, Simba. You've got to stop this. Calm down, man. It's only a cat. We've got reishi spore oil and Kinky Central. Okay, so now what we're dealing with is micronutrient goodness. Now for a child, the ideal thing that we want to do is make this taste good. And they won't even know all this goodness is in there. So if we want to make this taste good, generally, and maybe you're going to need coconut water. Let's get the coconut water. Here we go. Okay, so if it was my child, they'll drink some of this, but it's very rare, the juices. They live off the coconut water. These are the green coconuts, so they're lower glycemic. And then if you want, if you're wanting vitamin C, we've got camu powder I've been taking. But anyways, so what we're gonna do is what we wanna mainly do is get micronutrients, not only into our children, but into ourselves also. So what we would wanna do for our for ourselves is, okay, first off, this is silica. This is like, and it's created from quartz. The other one is horsetail, and it's manipulated in a lab to where it's extremely bioavailable. Clinical study shows it's 64 times more bioavailable than colloidal silica. I started taking this, my hair would never grow past a certain point. It went crazy. And so I cut my hair, and it is still growing really fast. So this works. People have been saying it makes their nails grow faster. People on YouTube have been saying this also. We just want to make sure this helps. People who have taken this in clinical studies, it shows it boosts collagen levels by 19%. We want to make sure, and we can throw a little bit of this for our children too. So if it was my daughter, I'd probably throw the coconut water in there. And if you don't have access to the low glycemic ones, even the high glycemic ones can work. If that's the only thing, they're used to drinking soda, right? So maybe they need a healthy natural sugar, like the Thai coconuts. So you can pour that in there, and then this is the reishi spore oil is really good for boosting immune system. So you can put like a quarter dropper in there. You could put like a half of a Kinky Central in there. The camu powder, if they need vitamin C at a certain point, you put that in there. But if they don't need it, they don't really need it. This is just really good if you're sick. I take this when I'm sick with the reishi spore tritropine crystal caps, which is right here. I've been ever since my throat was starting to do that thing from the salt. It might have been my own mental issues. I was taking these two things, and it just boom, it was crazy. So you put all of these micronutrients into a vegetable juice or a coconut water, and they're gonna get like all the minerals that you need. They're gonna get silica. And these things are like tasteless. This tastes salty, so the kids love salt. That's cucumber juice. But if it was myself, what you might want to do is put, or even a child, if they can drink carrot juice, this is wild green juice, they wouldn't like it. Just like a little bit of this. Celery is really good for sodium, and it stabilizes inorganic calcium in the human body because there's 5-to-1 sodium to calcium, and calcium gets stabilized in a solution of sodium. So you put this in there, it helps decalcify the body. Cucumber juice just tastes really good. You want to peel the skin and take the seeds out. That's if you just want a lot of liquid. I'll drink a lot of this. Throw some organosilica in there. It's like cheap. They won't even realize it. Just tastes like water. It's just like no taste whatsoever. They don't even realize you're getting silica. And then you just take some of this Kinky Central. A grown-up can put an entire thing in here. I just drink one, so I'm not going to do it. And then I'm going to take this directly right before I eat, which is right after this hangout. And then you just like, they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what's in there. These things only make it taste better. Salt makes things taste better. Kids love salt. What would happen if the salt of the earth was gone? You would miss it. It's like, and then the organosilica has no taste. So it's like you do coconut water or carrot juice or something that tastes really good. It's almost like soda on some level because of the sugar content, but also carrot rebuilds the body while at the same time cleansing the liver. That's why if you drink too much carrot juice, it's not too much. Your skin will start turning orange because you're like getting all this this dissolved bile is like breaking down. You're cleansing. It's like when you drink these things, not only are you getting nourishment, but other amazing things are happening in the body at the same time. But anyways, that's what I would do. Yeah. And then throw this in for their immunity. It's reishi spore oil. They wouldn't even know it. So you can create a serious superfood micronutrient mixture here. Everything else has vitamin C, so you don't need the camo. It's just when it's needed, you can put that in there. Ours camo powder is an intense taste because it's the real thing without any maltodextrin. But this stuff is the best vitamin C on the planet. I have personally tested it. I was seriously sick, and this thing, like these two things together. The reason why I like the caps is it's very bitter. This is like the triterpenoids of the reishi mushroom, reishi spores. And it's a very potent dose. You just like you can feel it, but it's really bitter. That's why it's bitter, because it's the real stuff too. Whenever I need it, that boost, I take these two things in high dosages, and it's crazy what it does. Anyways, this is Matt Monarch, therawfoodworld.com. I'm about to start a retreat. I'll try to do another hangout next week. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Holiday 18, which equals 17.5% off our entire website. This is unheard of. If you order over $100, $99, you get a free B12 packet of 16 patches. If you order over $250, you get 48 patches, 48 patch count. This is the best deal of the year. Kinky Central is at the lowest price we've ever seen it. We're not even allowed to be doing it, but we're doing it. Organosilica is probably at the lowest price too. It's at cost, 30% off, and then you can use the 17.5%. It's crazy too. Reishi spore oil is at cost. The tryptophan crystals are at cost. The chlorella tablets are at cost. All sorts of things. So thank you for tuning in. I'm excited to do this raw food retreat. I'm gearing up. And again, thank you all. Mwah. Happy holidays. I'm going to try to hit you guys up right after Christmas and do another hangout. See you soon.